now.
Sweet, man. Well, can I go? Is it GoDz?
3, 2, 1.
Good evening. Good evening, guys. I'm going to keep it brief. This is SK versus Next.KZ, round 2 match of the Group B. Both these teams with a win in their first match. SK having a fairly convincing win up against Panzer, and Next.KZ with a big upset defeating Moscow 5. This is pretty much a match where whoever wins will go through to the next round, and I'm GoDz from Ghost Gamers. With me is GG Charms. How are we doing tonight, man?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, and actually not surprised and surprised to see the Slardar ban. I'm going to start saying that you're going to see more of this, that Slardar being banned out early. Him, Night Stalker, and Bounty Hunter have been quite the trend lately. Well, especially Slardar and Bounty Hunter lately have been quite the trend. So Slardar being banned out and Night Stalker getting pinched up instantly there from Next.KZ after the Furion gets banned.
Yeah, and I think especially, you say it's going to be banned, but I'm thinking especially against SK Gaming. They love their Slardar. Every game I see of them, they seem to have a Slardar in their drafts, so I think teams against SK Gaming are starting to realize that they do love to pick it up, and they'll pick it up with those first 2 picks. So they're going to have to do something different here. That Night Stalker is pretty scary pickup, and the Bounty Hunter is still in the pool. Whether or not these European teams have really started to use it, Bounty Hunter all that much hasn't really been seen. EG has been using it a lot, but it pretty much ends there. I know a lot of the American teams have been picking it almost every game.
Yeah, man, that Bounty Hunter's been used a lot for that tough lane solo lately. And actually, the Chin picked up again, so we're going to see Rise again on that. I'm not sure who's going to play that Windrunner for them. I think that bounces around. And I don't know much about Next.KZ, so you're going to have to tell me who really plays what for them. Night Stalker, I'm assuming they do kind of straight-up strategy, so that's going to be like the solo middle.
Yeah, they put that in the solo mid lane generally, although if it's going to be up against sort of a tough opponent where it might not get much farm, they sometimes put it in the safe lane at top with one support hero in the dual lane. But generally they'll put it in the solo mid lane. As far as their team goes, this is a bit of an I've only recognized 2 of their players. I assume the other 3 are maybe on aliases. Storm and R are regular players for them, but the other 3, not too sure.
Well, if that Ernar is doing the picks, I'm sure he's probably like an alias or something.
Yeah.
He's probably a Nick or something. And Rasta and Tidehunter picked up. Those have been some played heroes lately, huh? They've been seeing a lot of action.
Yeah, people are loving the Tide pick at the moment. And Rasta, well, I can't even say, I'd say love the Tide, but Rasta probably has been picked up in almost every single game I've seen, except when it's been banned. It's just ridiculously strong. Teams love going for those early to mid game pressure and pushing strats, and Rasta really does fit into that. So they may want to go for that Rasta solo mid and put that Night Stalker in top lane. And if that's the case, I'm not sure what they're going to want bottom. They may need something like a Lich to use that sacrifice to pull the way back so they don't get completely dominated at bottom lane, as we see SK picking up an Earthshaker with their 3rd pick.
I think picking up the Rasta makes the Tidehunter pick, the Tidehunter and Night Stalker pick a little interesting. Because what do you put the Tidehunter top to kind of support the Night Stalker, in which case you have 2 melees kind of sitting up there? Or do you put the Tidehunter in a bottom lane with something like you said, like a Lich, in which case then it becomes kind of weird. It's like a Tidehunter Lich lane. So I think it's a kind of weird picks now. But you see the Omni Knight banned out. That's not too surprising. Omni Knight extremely strong hero. And Venomant's banned out as well. Of course, for that pushing capabilities of those wards.
Yeah, and Tide has been used as a farmer by a few teams. I know Tide Lich sounds like an unusual lane, but if you get like a fast pipe or something on the Tide, if he's getting farmed, go for a fast pipe. That could be really useful against heroes like Earthshaker and Windrunner if you want to push. Because if you pop that pipe, they can't use that fissure plus power shot spam to kill off your creep wave, and then suddenly you're in their base, you've got Serpent Wards down, and they can't really defend all that well. So, some items on Tide can come in use, but you need to make sure you're going for those key items like a pipe. Sure, you can farm a Blink Dagger, but, a pipe, I believe, is far more useful. And SK Gaming, Pudge!
Yes!
Oh, man.
You know how I feel about that, GoDz. You know how I feel about that, man.
It's on, man.
Oh, wow. Man, I think that's going to be really strong. Like, think about it. A hook and a dismember kill basically 3 of the Dire's heroes. Like, CM, Enigma, and Rasta pretty much die to a hook, a little bit of a rot, and a dismember. So, I think if they can get good positioning with that Pudge, and please, God, just do 1 fountain hook. Like, just 1 fountain hook. Like, please. Oh, man. I did one in a pub, and I was just so proud of myself, man. Just so very proud of myself.
I remember the first time we saw it happening, we were just cracking up with laughter for like the next 5 minutes. It's just some funny stuff. And I mean, I imagine we'll maybe see Miguel on that Pudge. It seems like the kind of hero he would maybe go for. He loves playing those sort of impact heroes that he does like to solo that mid lane a bit.
Yeah,
and,
he sold the Shadow Priest mid game. Yeah, last game he did that as well. So I wouldn't be too surprised. Yeah, that's a good call there. And then Rise, I'm sure, is going to be on that Chin again, which means probably Mania on the Windrunner.
Yes. No, Mania will play the ES. I'm pretty
Mania
sure.
on the ES. Yeah, Angel on the Windrunner, and then they're looking for something for Link here. Link played their Slaughter last game. He typically plays like kind of like their melee carry-ish type thing.
Yeah, I think if we're looking at a Windrunner, maybe soloing that top lane.
DK called it, yeah! Made me sound like a genius right there.
Yeah, there we go. But they haven't really... The worry is for them with their lanes is that it's a 2 melee lane. Like, it looks like they could be going for an ES DK bottom with the Chen support. So they've got 2 melee heroes. But I think they're expecting a fairly easy lane maybe at bottom. Maybe a solo Enigma at bottom. Maybe something even like a CM Tide. But it looks like Knights... I mean, the Dire team, they don't even have a hard carry. This is something really... that we noticed with Next.KZ. They don't go for hard carries. They go for semi-carries and sort of push strats. But, I mean, this isn't really a hard push strat. They haven't gone for the Chen, the DK, the Rast, the Enigma. They've only got sort of a semi-push strat here. Well, it's going to sort of be reliant on getting those big items up. Night Stalker, DKB, a mech on someone, maybe a pipe on the Tidehunter. And it's going to be looking more towards the mid-game, dominating that and getting a big advantage there. Whereas SK... it's all about the Pudge.
Yeah, baby. Absolutely, man. And who's playing who on SK? We got Miguel playing the Pudge, so you were right on that. We got Mania on the ES. Rise is back on his Chin. Link playing the DK, and Angel on the Windrunner.
Yep, and over on the Dire team for next, we've got not so smiley face playing the Crystal Maiden. We've got Storm playing the Tidehunter. We've got R playing the Night Stalker. In the mid lane, we've got Ernar playing the Shadow Shaman. And finally, at top is DDQD. Some some questionable names there.
Like, what? What is that?
I'm like, okay. The first hero clicks like CM. Who's playing the CM?
So I'm kind of like, neither one of us guessed this tri-lane bottom. Really? Night Stalker Tide team? Okay. Like, I mean, it just means that the Night Stalker's not going to get that many. Like, he's not going to be over leveled. He's not going to be a level like 6 or 7 by the first night. He's more so going to be a level 4 or 5.
Yeah, that's going to be hard for him. But I think what they may do is once they keep the Pudge down a little bit, we'll see the CM Tide roaming to middle, looking for some kills there maybe, where the DK is going to be. They've got ES who will just be roaming between bottom and mid, but both bottom and mid, there's a melee hero there. I mean, this Radiant team has 3 melee heroes, which is a bit of a worry for them. And I'm not worried, I'm wondering where this Chen is going to go. What's he done? Oh, Chen! If you look at top, Chen has sent one of his melee creeps back to base to mess with the creep equilibrium.
What?
That is something I have not seen before.
What'd he do?
At top lane, that random creep, which is, if you look, because there's only 3 creeps for the Windrunner at top. One of them is trailing far behind. He sent it back to Fountain after it spawned. Just to mess with that creep equilibrium a bit, give Windrunner a bit of a better chance at top lane.
So yeah, I kind of set it off a bit, and it kind of made it a little more even with the conversions and things. So actually, a nice play by the Chin. Like, wow, okay. I wonder if he did that last game. Good job by Rise there.
Yeah, that is some next level shit right there.
Yeah,
but bottom lane, we've got Miguel Pudge. He's not going to be touching many creeps at all. Next.KZ's the Night Stalker should be getting more or less free farm, but like you said, he's not going to be getting those levels, which, as a Night Stalker, I mean, levels is more important than farm.
Oh, absolutely, because when you get to the first nighttime, I'd rather be level 6 or 7 than having, like, a bottle and boots. It's like, I understand that's important too, but, like, I can pick up 2 quick kills with, you know, a high-level Void. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I would prefer the early levels, you know, because you get that passive or the silence, depending on which way you got to go. You can get your ultimate if need be. I just think his levels are way more important than the early farm, like first 5-minute farm.
Yep, and some de-warding going on there by Rise, who go with those early sentry wards, and both teams putting their obs ward in a fairly similar place, not trying to block any creep camps or block that pull from Mania, which he is now currently using. But the Next.KZ not going to have any vision of these Chens coming to gank, but they have got a CM, which is fairly useful up against the Chen because that Frostbite does last so long. Oh.
Oh, they're going to get this kill here on the Night Stalker. Miguel, is the first blood going to go to this Pudge? Yes, Pudge is going to pick up the first blood there, just rotting all over him. And then a nice hook comes in here, and Mania is going to block this Tidehunter. I think they're going to get another kill. Oh, they do Nova, and yes, it is going to be another kill. This time they're going to split up the gold. It's not going to go to either one of them. Night Stalker TP's back in, voids Mania, and now I think everyone's going to be okay.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay there.
Going to get that hook on the Crystal Maiden.
Oh. That was a level 2 hook there. I thought he might have had it, but they are going to turn this around and get that ES kill. Non-stop action at bottom.
Wow, they're just TPing in one after another, like let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, just impressive play right here. And then not enough mana for the hook here by Miguel, so yeah. I think it's just going to back up a bit.
And what's interesting, you see both Night Stalker and Pudge are going to be going for that urn. Neither of them has picked it up yet, but as soon as they do, these kills are going to really be quite influential because you get all those urn charges, and urns you can use as heals, you can use as nukes, and it does add, I mean, 3 minutes into the game, it's a 150 damage nuke. That's a lot of damage when on a squishy support hero. That's like a quarter of CM's HP. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who can get those next few kills at bottom lane, because that's when the urn charges are going to start impacting this tri-lane versus tri-lane that we're seeing. Right now, though, Rise getting some farm, forgetting about the ganks at bottom, maybe wants to hit that level 5 and pick up a second creep.
Yeah, definitely. I think with a hook rot and an urn, that CM's dead every time. So I think anytime they catch that, especially with a Fisher to set it up, those are just going to be easy kills there. And meanwhile, middle, like Link not doing a bad job mid. He's got 15 CS to the 16 CS of the Rasta. So he's doing actually a pretty good job. You see the Rasta being a bit aggressive here as he comes up on the high ground.
Yeah. And top lane, Enigma actually had to go back to Fountain to heal. He's got that early Soul Ring, but the problem about using Soul Ring and Eidolons is that it eats into your HP, and he was just too scared of going down to maybe a power shot, so he walked all the way back to Fountain to heal, giving Angel a bit of free XP and farm. So Angel now about half a level ahead of Enigma, despite the conversion denying creeps.
No doubt, actually a good job there by Angel, man, in that lane, and just power shotting those Eidolons over and over, and nice job there, actually, by IDDQD to deny that Eidolon. That was a good job.
You see, he's just right-clicking those Eidolons, and I mean, Windrunner is just, you can outlane an Enigma with Windrunner. Enigma, you think, can do okay because of the Eidolons, which help last hit, but the problem is, Windrunner can just right-click and power shot the Eidolons. It's free gold, in a sense. And as soon as Windrunner gets those phase boots, then he starts to really hit hard, and he kills those Eidolons so much easier, and you can see him at top just willing to trade hits with Enigma, who doesn't have any regen left except one Tango. And if he keeps spamming this Soul Ring, there goes all his HP. He's currently at less than half HP. And Angel, there you go. Power shot on the Eidolons. We'll start right-clicking those in a second, and this is just farm for him.
Oh, then they duplicate and give him more farm.
Yeah, that's the thing. You think you want them to duplicate, but then that's just more farm, more XP as well. A deny there on one, though. A kill at bottom as CM goes down to Miguel. The Fissure plus hook combo is just... It's hard to dodge those hooks.
And I think he's going to pick up another kill here, because I don't know if they've known that he's bottled twice up, but actually you see a Gush come in here, and it looks like they want to back up, but a nice Fisher in here, and here it comes. The hook onto the Night Stalker. He's going to go down. Killing spree right now for the Pudge. Here comes Crystal Maiden. She's TP'd in the Pudge. Oh, he's not going to get the rod off to death, and the Crystal Maiden instead gets the kill on the Pudge.
Yeah, he would have hoped to suicide there. Not the case. Meanwhile, Windrunner and Enigma both dying at top lane. What happened there? I do not know.
They traded kills there, huh?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see who actually got the first kill. By the look of their XP, Windrunner got the kill first and then died to Eidolons, which is, I mean, Windrunner's going to be so happy with that because Windrunner is now a full level ahead of Enigma. Not to mention, we'll have a bit of a gold advantage as we see Enigma picking up some boots. Windrunner, though, with Magic Stick, Basilisk boots, in fairly good position at top lane.
Look at Night Stalker's level. See what I mean, man? Like, he just hit level 4 at nighttime. Like, he's just not all that useful in the first night now. And I think, like, as the Pudge gets beefier and beefier, like, it's going to limit the usefulness of this Night Stalker. I'm telling you. Like, he's just not going to be that useful.
Yeah, I definitely think Next.KZ should have put that Night Stalker in top lane. They could have done a sort of CM Night Stalker top. They could have sent Enigma bottom just to use that conversion. They could have even had Tide roaming around, maybe Tide at bottom, just roaming between bottom and mid. just because they need Night Stalker to get levels, and the best place to do that would have been at top lane with just the one support hero leeching XP, the Crystal Maiden. And you can see SK didn't even block that creep pool, so they could have even had a tri-lane top and used that creep pool to make sure Night Stalker still got XP, but the tri-lane bottom under-leveled, and here they are, maybe looking for another kill at bottom lane.
Actually, Fisher are on the wrong side there.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get the kill.
If he'd waited for that hook, I don't know if he know that. Oh wow, Dismember though finds Night Stalker. Night Stalker gonna go down here, needs a couple more hits, and ES gets the last hit. And that's at nighttime. That's because he just doesn't have that. Oh, he's got level 2 in his passive. He doesn't have any points in silence. But he got caught out there.
I can't say I told you so, but like, I just wish he had some levels, man. I feel so bad for him in that lane because now that Pudge is level 6. Once Pudge hits level 7, then he just takes control of games. Like, the hook is just ridiculously long.
I don't think Next.KZ are playing that badly. Oh, they are looking for a gank at top though. Enigma gets shackled, power shotted. Next.KZ's the Night Stalker is there looking for a kill on Windrunner. Oh, will he get the revenge? No, he won't get the kill on Enigma. The Windrun kept him alive a bit longer, but that's what Night Stalker needs to do, but he's too underleveled to do it. And mid lane, Shadow Shaman gonna pick off Link with a very nice ward trap.
Oh man, I see him get away with no HP whatsoever there. And I think Miguel wanted to get a hook off, but then the Night Stalker comes around and does get the Void. There is no silence, so remember that. But I don't think it's going to matter as Miguel's going to go down. As the earn charge there by the Night Stalker helping him with the kill.
That was 3 kills in a row for Next.KZ, and suddenly they're in much nicer position here. Fissure looking for the CM, doesn't find, and CM salving up now. And that's what Next.KZ needed. I mean, I was talking about Next.KZ being a good team. They're not being outplayed here. They're playing really well. The problem is, I just think they got outlaned and outstratted. Their bottom lane was never going to win. Their top lane, you can't beat a Windrunner with Enigma. And mid lane, I mean, I'd say Shadow Shaman does have an advantage against DK, but not a very big one.
Yeah,
so
especially that DK with any region whatsoever.
Yeah. And this is now a game on though. With those 3 kills, Next.KZ are going to be quite happy that they're back in this game. They definitely were at a bit of a big disadvantage, but we do see Enigma picking up a Hedris, going to be going for that mech by the looks of it. And the fact Windrunner, despite doing really well at top lane, doesn't even have phase boots. You'd expect maybe phase boots on Windrunner, but that Night Stalker gank slowed it down, and another gank coming in on Angel. Uses the Windrun, but there's the Gust, the Frostbite. Shackle Shot only hits Enigma, and Angel will go down. Enigma with the last hit. So they're keeping this Windrunner down. That's actually quite important. If Windrunner can't farm those phase boots, can't farm that mech, SK are not going to be able to push without that mech, I feel.
Yeah, they were really hoping for a fast mech phase boost, I'm thinking. I thought it was going to have it. Like, she was doing really well against that Enigma. And I think when they started trading kills, and then she got picked off by that Night Stalker, and now again, that Windrunner is going to be really, really set back. And now you see the smoked Crystal Maiden and Tidehunter here, camped just a bit above mid lane here.
Yep. And we are going to see Night Stalker get scouted out in the bottom jungle. We'll get chased off. Needs to be careful. Pudge looking for a hook. And right now, SK, I mean, their Windrunner's not doing too well. Their DK's doing fine, but DK isn't a hero that can have a big mid-game presence. It's going to come down to this Pudge to carry them through the mid-game. So Pudge needs to stop farming soon and go look for some kills, look for some pushes, because he is their sort of key hero at the moment, much like how the Night Stalker is going to be the key hero for Next.KZ, as there's a Dismember at bottom. Fissure will follow, hook, and he goes down. And it looks like Rise, with those creeps, wants to push this bottom lane. He's now level 7, has 3 creeps at his disposal.
Yeah, that was well done there. Nice job timing the Fissure right at the end of Dismember.
They're trading it for mid though. They want this DK. They've got the mid tower. They've got the Ravage. They may use it. Yes, he will. And Ravage. Oh, it hits Mania as well. Mania going to be in trouble here. Can he get the Fork? Oh, he fogs him. He had the mana for the Fork Lightning. If that had hit, would have seen Mania go down as well. Smart play from Next.KZ. They saw the push coming at bottom. They said, we don't care. We're going to trade for mid tower and get a kill on DK. So they're trading towers and getting a kill of their own.
Yeah, and actually going to put a little pressure here on this bottom tier 2 tower. The Tidehunter coming up needs to be careful. Really just a hook and any type of rod on him and he'll die.
Top lane. Black Hole. Angel gets caught out alone by Black Hole. Shadow Shaman comes in, finishes off. And more kills going to Next.KZ as they now pull ahead on the scoreboard at least.
And about dead even on gold. Wow.
Yeah.
20 gold difference, folks. 12 minutes in the game, there's a 20 gold difference.
And that just shows how well Next.KZ are playing this. I mean, they were getting outlaned. They were behind, but they are just pulling it back, as we do see SK looking to defend top lane. Mania uses an ultimate on some Eidolons. I think just wanted to get that farm.
Arcane boots.
Yeah, that's just where he says, screw this, there's too many creeps, too many Eidolons, I'm just going to ulti this, buy my arcane boots, because, I mean, early into the game, you're actually not going to use that ultimate. I mean, how often do you see an ES use that ultimate in the first 15 minutes of the game? You'll see maybe one, and those are only for maybe a solo kill on one hero who's like red HP. You rarely get those big...
It's a rarity.
Bottom lane though, here comes the push from Next.KZ. They want to increase this gold lead, get some towers, but Ryze and Mania are there. ES a bit low on mana, having just TP'd in and used that ulti and fissure at top. He only has one fissure left.
Question that Echo Slam now. He'll have arcane boots up, it's no problem.
The thing is, any smart team will just not let an ES walk in and hit a big ultimate. Why? Which is why, as an ES, if you're using the ultimate early game, it's just for a solo kill, because it's worth using your ultimate just on one hero early on to get a kill, because you're not going to get those big ultis. And SK Gaming, they're at bottom. They've got 3 heroes. Ryze has actually smoked just himself with some creeps. They may look for an initiation with the fissure, the shackle, the power shot, as Ryze puts down an observer ward. This is going to give some nice vision of the Crystal Maiden, who is the only one in vision at the moment defending that tower.
Yeah, actually it is, and I mean, only really the Tidehunter's got her back, but Tidehunter does have Ravage up. You do see the Fissure miss, the power shot did hit there, I think. They're actually going to do some damage here in the hook!
Ooh. Enigma with a mech though, so Enigma has some capabilities to protect these heroes. The Enigma stun will stop any dismember. There's a Tide Ravage, and they don't have the Serpent Wards though, but the Midnight Pulse doing some serious damage. Enigma, no Black Hole. Fissure going to come flying in to stop the advance of SK Gaming, but they've already lost Windrunner and Pudge, and Mania in trouble as well, gets stunned.
Wow.
Whew.
Why are you sleeping on that? Why was I sleeping on Next, bro? Why was I sleeping on them? I don't get it. Why do they look so strong?
The only saving grace there for SK Gaming is that their DK is free farming top, but their DK is not that rich. For 15 minutes, I mean, he's got almost 2k gold, but that's just with boots and bottle. He hasn't even got enough gold for a Vanguard yet, if he wants to go that route. He's going to pick up some treads though, but probably go for something like treads BKB. But he needs to get this top tower. They need some retaliation, but what we're going to see is Enigma as well as CM looking for a counter game.
Yeah, meanwhile, they're going to get that tower bottom too. So kind of a win-win there for Next. They won the team fight. Now they're going to get a bottom tower. They're going to be able to defend their top tower. And the Crystal Maiden is going to come around and harass this DK a bit. I don't know. Is she going to be able to block them enough to get this Enigma up here? Needs to be careful as you see a teleport coming in.
CM just may survive this, actually.
Oh!
There's that ES ulti, and Enigma going to go down as well. That was just not a smart play by CM, I want to say.
Way too aggressive there, to be honest with you. Way too aggressive.
CM, I think basically the call there was CM saying, hey, someone TP in and we can kill this DK. Because they would have got the Frostbite, they had the Nova, and Enigma would have gotten range to stun, but it's just not smart, because that tier 1 tower is right there. 3 SK heroes immediately TP'd in. They didn't have any damage on the DK really, and it was an easy counter game for SK. That was just basic counter games. But what they are going to see is that Next.KZ are counter pushing at bottom.
Yeah, nice double teleport in there by the Earthshaker and DK, and they may be able to pick off this Rossi here, but no mana left on the DK there for the breath.
Oh, he blinks out, and Mania going to look for a Fissure. They smoke just for the added movement speed, and Fissure barely missing. Link actually using breath as well, thinking that maybe someone went invis. I think they know that they went invis, but just chancing it. And Rasek will just blink away, heal himself up, and look to push as he's now got a DD rune in that bottle, which could give him some added damage in any push or gank that he does go for, as SK want to take out that T1 mid tower. Those T1 mid towers are just so strategically important because they just provide a location to TP to, and then you can walk anywhere on the map from that mid lane.
Yeah, definitely. The mid tier 1 tower is one of the most important towers in the game, to be honest with you, for strategic purposes.
It's so hard to push though. It's the tier 1 side towers are easy to push. Even the tier 2 side towers are not too hard to push, but that tier 1 mid tower can sometimes be up 30 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I've seen it up 35, 45 minutes into the game. It's unbelievable. Teams will just continue to defend it. Like, I'm talking about 5-man defend it from like 10 minutes on.
Yeah, it's... Because, I mean, if you had that tier 1 mid tower up 30 minutes into the game, if you die and then buy back, you can suddenly TP right back into the fight and then go back to pushing. The side lanes, you can't do it as well, and it's just really important to have that up, if you can. I mean, sometimes you'll see it go down 5-10 minutes into a Shadow Shaman Wars. Oh, Enigma gets hooked.
And a late Ravage.
It's almost like, at that point, you just don't... Even if he'd got that Ravage earlier, I think Enigma was dead anyways. But
yeah, I think that was just a waste of Ravage here, to be honest with you. Could have held on to it a little bit longer. Miguel actually tanking a lot from this tower here. Like, a lot of useless tanking. That's actually going to cost him his life.
This is where he wished he had that Ravage, and we do see Miguel go down. No Ravage, unfortunately, and Mania, the ES, will get off a big ultimate. Shadow Summon survives, red HP, and Rise the Chen looking to narrowly escape here.
Yeah, I think that Pudge is hella regretting. Just TPing out in time. But Miguel just tanked so much from this mid tower. He tanked like 6 or 7 hits from it. And by the time the Rasta came around the side, all he really had to do was shackle and ether shock him, and the Pudge had died. And that was really unfortunate for him. Because like you said, he's their mid game. Like, he's the one they need alive right now. Like, that hook is so much damage really, really instantly, and it can change the whole team fight. It can pull someone out of position. It can really set your whole team into panic.
Yeah. And we do see, I mean, for me, we do see them going for Roshan, but for me, that big fight, imagine if Tide had ultimate, how differently that fight could have gone. It could have been a team wipe.
Absolutely. And it looks like they want Roshan, but that's not going to happen right now. I just hate to break it to them. I think they're going to need everyone over there, and I think the lanes are too pushed right now. Like, bottom lane's pushed. If the Night Stalker runs that way, the Radiant's going to know, but you do see it scouted out there by the Windrunner onto the Roshan. Bad decision. Oh, man. Down goes the Crystal Maiden. Down goes the Enigma. It looks like the Pudge is in a little bit of trouble here. Night Stalker coming in on him. The Chen's going to try to send the Pudge back, and yes, the Pudge is going to be sent back. He should have turned around and hooked, but couldn't do it. Mania looks like he's going to be in some trouble here. A blink by the Rasta up here onto the Chen. Instead, he's going to turn around and last hit the Earthshaker there. Killing spree now for the Shadow Shaman. Nice job there by Next, turning that fight after the Pudge got him into the disadvantage.
Yep, and we'll see. Will they go for Roshan now, though? It looks like they want to. Night Stalker's there. They put down the Serpent Ward, so they're going to commit to this, and this time they will manage to finish it off. A Gush will be nice and useful for lowering that armor.
I don't... yeah, they got it. Okay. Okay, I didn't know if SK was going to make the way there, and actually a Chen Creep's going to spot this out, but a little bit too late. And all along, bro, Link's been farming top. Link's been farming top this whole time. His CS is 83. He's got less than Angel.
Do you see what he just bought?
What? What? Why? Is he trolling me?
I definitely think it could catch Next.KZ by surprise in one fight.
Catch me off surprise too.
As soon as they find out he has it, though, if they see him at mid lane, see he's bought it, then they're just going to buy sentries and game over. It's a useless item. But if they can get a fight right now and this Shadow Blade catches them by surprise, they're not going to have any sentries or dust. They're not up against a single invis hero. The only invis in the game is those invis runes. Until now, but they don't know that. So DK needs to make sure he hides his Shadow Blade, but he's actually going to walk through an Observer Ward. Next.KZ should have seen this Shadow Blade now. If they saw that Shadow Blade, they're just going to go buy sentries. Or dust, or something along those lines. I'm seeing what they've got. It doesn't look like they've noticed, or at least they haven't bought any sentries yet. But it's not going to be long before they do see it. I mean, he's free farming bottom. They're going to see this Shadow Blade, and any experienced team will just say, okay, we're not going to let you walk around the fight. Lothar's in and out, Shadow Blade in and out, and get kills and not die. They're going to buy sentries.
He has no TP, dude. And there's about to be a team fight top. Like, I don't understand it. Why is he playing the tutorial?
And Next.KZ picking off Angel the Windrunner. They're going to convert this into a push as well at top.
See what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. Like, I think there's just too much farm coming out of, like that DK's not getting enough farm for how much time he's investing into farming, if that makes sense. And then his gold efficiency was just Lothar's?
Yeah, that's it. It's more like, it's not so much as not getting... Well, for one thing, he's not farming that quickly, but for another thing, it's what's he using it on? Come on. And I think SK just confident that they can win their third game of this group and still qualify through maybe, but this just doesn't seem like the SK that I'm used to seeing.
It wasn't the SK from last game, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, they had a great start. They were up like 7 kills to 2 or something. I mean, that bottom lane, they got... That Pudge ES were just wrecking Next.KZ. They had this Night Stalker shut down, but then Night Stalker just got back into the game with some kills on Windrunner. This top lane, these kills on Windrunner has been the big thing for Next.KZ. They caught up because of that top lane. And we will see them looking to push now. They took that tier 2 top tower. They're going to take down this tier 2 mid tower now, or at least try to. They've got the Aegis on Night Stalker. They've got a BKB finished on Shadow Shaman soon, as well as Night Stalker. I mean, they're going to have 2 BKBs in the next sort of couple minutes, and that's going to be very hard for SK to fight them when they have those BKBs. Yeah,
definitely will be, as you see. But DK just sitting there and just using Breath Fire just to push down those Eidolons and getting that extra farm there. And the Rasta wards have gone down. They're gonna kind of dedicate themselves here to trying to get this tier 2 tower.
Nice shackle shot, but they can't really go in because of that Tide Ravage. And Enigma going to throw down a stun, but then the thing is, Next.KZ, they don't need to engage. And at the same time, SK can't engage because Tide will just Ravage. Another shackle shot is going to hit, and Pudge finds one on the side. That's the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman goes down without using the ultimate, and that is big. Now SK are going to be looking to go in a big Tide Ravage. Tide takes out the DK, and even with Shadow Shaman down, Next.KZ still dominating this fight.
Oh, is this Pudge going to get this Tide Hunter? Yeah, nice hook there again. Miguel and the Earthshaker doing a good job, or Miguel and Mania doing a good job working together there to get those Fisher and hook combinations off. And now they may want to chase down this Enigma. And, oh, nice force step there. Try to get the Pudge a little closer, and it looks like Miguel wasn't ready for it. As he has to turn around immediately as he takes a ton of damage. Oh, big Echo Slam there. Wow. Are they going to finish off this Crystal Maiden? Wow, the Night Stalker does finish off the Pudge, and yes, they do get the kill on the Crystal Maiden as Windrunner finishes that off.
Yep, this entire fight has just been 1-for-1 hero trades. I mean, it's not really going anyone's favor. Like, you see one hero go in for a kill, but they die because of it, and it just seemed to happen over and over again. The hero goes in for a kill, then they die because of it. And in the end, it was a 3-for-3 trade. Both teams losing some key heroes, but Next.KZ still had the Aegis, and they still haven't actually bought their BKBs. We are going to see them with those BKBs. Night Stalker's finished his. Enigma still needs another 1k gold. Not Night Stalker. Shadow Shaman still needs about 600 gold. So I think Next.KZ are going to wait for those BKBs. If they wait 2 minutes, they have 3 BKBs on their team. Shadow Shaman can't be focused down like he... Shadow Shaman died before that fight began. And if they can just wait for him to get his BKB, these fights could go very differently and in Next.KZ's favor.
People say that the Shadow Blade on DK is a Mineski build. How do you not know about this? They say that next item will be a Manta style. Really? That's interesting.
On who? On DK?
Yeah, next is gonna be a BKB first. It's gonna be a BKB first. But the fact that Shadow Blade has like been used for like is a known DK build, that's interesting. That's a Mineski build? Huh.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be going Manta style. At least maybe late game, but I don't think we can get that. I think he's more likely to go for a heart or something after the BKB. But Enigma will get caught out at the top. That's
so
important.
Easy
It slows down his BKB, and SK will be happy with that.
It's just so easy to pudge hook when you have all those disables. You have like 2 and 3 like disables. It's just like, hold on, let me get in perfect position to hook somebody. Thank you.
And look at this gold graph. It's still pretty much even. I mean, SK were ahead for a while. Now Next.KZ with a slight advantage, but it's going to be, after that kill, it's more or less even.
It's been that way all game long. It's been just such a slight difference throughout the game. It's been so. I mean, the gold graph's only a 3,000 gold difference. Like, so at most, there's been a 3,000 gold advantage for one team or the other, and that just shows you how close it's been throughout this entire game between Next.KZ and SK.
And I have this feeling this is going to be one of those games where it's decided by one team fight. One big team fight where one team loses 3 or 4 heroes, and then suddenly they lose racks, and the game gets decided because of that. And it's going to come down to positioning, going to come down to who can sort of outguess and out-strategize their opponents in these team fights. Maybe smokes are going to play a key part, but right now, yeah, this game, nothing really separating the two teams.
I think this Blink Dagger Earthshaker is going to have a role on this game, dude. If he can wait till the BKBs are a little bit over and they have those big waves coming in with all those Eidolons, and he just blinks in there and gets off a good Echo Slam, or he catches him before they BKB, or as we see right now, this Night Stalker getting caught.
Yeah, Night Stalker will get ulti. He's outside the ROT, but Mania with the Chain Stun should be an easy kill, and that it is. But he's got the Aegis. Can they kill him again? They're going to back off because they know that Next.KZ will have the support coming in, and Aegis is now popped, but I think Roshan's going to be up in the next 2 or 3 minutes, so maybe Next.KZ will try and take the next Roshan as well.
Yeah, so I don't think it was all that bad of a trade. He was going to lose Aegis anyways, and he was trying to get a little bit of aggressive farm out of the deal. It happens, and Roshan will be up in again in another minute or two, so it's not like it was that. I mean, it's not like it was a huge loss or a terrible play.
And something interesting that happened at mid lane is Shadow Shaman used BKB, I think, well, I assume accidentally, on nothing. Shadow Shaman wasted a BKB charge, or not really charge.
Down to 9 seconds now. That's a whole second tick, though, bro. That can change the game.
I mean, yeah, it matters. It means that you want those long duration BKBs, at least for those big team fights. So, a wasted BKB there by Shadow Shaman. And I'm wondering when Roshan's going to be back up. If it's going to be up soon, Next.KZ need to push out lanes. But right now, SK have smoke. They're at mid. Going to maybe advance into the enemy jungle and look for some kills. Or maybe scout out Roshan.
Sentry Wards is not exactly what that DK wants to see, man. As you see him up on the Crystal Maiden right now. So, I mean, it's going to be an easy kill with that. That Lothar's isn't going to make that big of a difference right now.
Yeah, but they're backing him up. They're using him as bait. ES with the blink is going to come in. This could be big. Oh, they find Shadow Shaman needs the BKB.
Earthshaker trying to use that Fissure just for separation. This DK is going to pick off this Crystal Maiden relatively early as the Pudge does go down as Enigma gets the kill. And a big black hole coming here and it's going to catch this DK. DK is going to go down as Next.KZ is winning these team fights. Wow, yeah, nice play by them.
Night Stalker went after the silenced the Chen, then focused down the Chen, forced Chen to TP out, so Chen really couldn't have any impact on that fight. All Chen did was sit at Fountain and cast Ultimate. Couldn't mech his allies, couldn't really do a whole lot, and Next.KZ won that fight with a nice black hole, losing the CM, but they're going to be quite happy with that. They are now going to be looking to push. Their BKBs are on cooldown. They don't have surfboards, so they need to be careful. Yeah, that's right. They need to be careful.
Oh, you should have echoed that with all those Eidolons.
I think he's waiting for the Pudge. 7 seconds on Pudge. Unless he sees a big 5-hero ulti, he's going to wait for the Pudge. And I think Next.KZ are going to back off. Maybe wait for Roshan before they do anything too risky. They want to have that Aegis. They know they just want a big fight. And, I mean, that means they're going to be richer than their opponents. Or at least that means that the next fight they're going to be richer than their opponents. So why fight in a situation where they don't have BKBs, they don't have ultis? It's illogical for them. They want to wait till their ultimates are back up, their BKBs are off cooldown, then they'll look for another fight. Because chances are, if that one went that well, if they play it the same way, they should win the next fight as well.
Yeah, I don't know, like Mania I think should have kind of gone there, just because they're not going to get many opportunities when all their BKBs are going to be down like that. Like the BKBs and the mechanisms were down. If you'd have got a big Echo Slam and a decent Fissure to cut them off there, the Pudge would have been able to TP in a second or two. They're just not going to get many chances like that now. Like, those BKBs are going to be up regularly. They're also going to have the Aegis charge up again, as well as that mechanism. And there's just a lot of durability coming out of Next.KZ right now.
Yeah, I think he hesitated because Pudge and DK were actually dead. Pudge had just respawned, but by the time he respawned, Next.KZ had backed off. So there wasn't really an opening for ES to go. If he goes in and doesn't actually kill anything on his own, the Windrunner and Chen can't really kill much to back him up. They can't really go in on 4 heroes, so it was just a matter of Next.KZ knowing that, I mean, if ES goes in, he probably won't kill anyone because he has no backup. And Next.KZ now with this Aegis charge on that Night Stalker once again. Night Stalker looks to be going for an AC, does pick up the Hyperstone, which is sort of just saying they want to push, and Tide going for the Pipe. So they're going to have Pipe, Mech, they've got Mech on Enigma, Pipe coming up on Tidehunter. He's got just the Hood and Drums at the moment. But basically, they're stacking these team auras. They're going to have Assault Chris as well on Night Stalker, and Night Stalker at the front lines. And they're sort of utility heroes, the Enigma and Rasa with BKB. That's a scary death ball. It's basically this big death ball army which can't be killed and has a lot of damage that it can throw out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Next.KZ is in a really good spot right now. As you do see the gold graph starting to drop off in their favor. They picked up about a 2K gold advantage lead right now. I think they're playing really well. They're moving along or moving around well together. They've kind of got their right idea. They knew when that Roshan was going to pop. They got in position to take that, and now I think they're going to be in position to push here by using that Night Stalker ultimate that he's got coming up. What do you think about like going the Hyperstone instead of the Aghanim Scepter? I don't know. I think I would have preferred him going the Aghanim Scepter, to be honest with you, because he'd almost have it right now. And, you know, having that Aghanim Scepter with your BKB at like 33, 34 minutes, that's going to go a long way. And a nice hook there by the Pudge. They're going to grab this Night Stalker with a Dismember. They're going to get position for a Ravage. No, he's not going to use Ravage. Instead, they're going to let the Aegis pop here before they use it.
Yep, decides against it, which I'm okay with. But now they need a fight. This Aegis just having pop. He gets a hook, though, BKB. And Miguel doesn't have ulti, though. And the BKB Night Stalker needs to use that ultimate. Use that nighttime Night Stalker. What are you doing? Night Stalker not using ultimate here, which is really hurting him.
Oh, he finally pops it there. Now he's going to be able to get out of it. And Miguel looks like he may die, but the Chen gets off a heal there. Pudge gets the Crystal Maiden, but down goes the Pudge.
And there's a gem on the ground. Someone needs to pick that up. I'm not sure who dropped the actual gem, but whoever did needs to pick it up, and we may see Rax go down here. The range barracks at least is very low. Night Stalker goes down to DK and Chen Nuke, and SK are holding here.
Really nice job by SK here. The Shackle Shot's not going to shackle him onto anything. 2 seconds left on Lothar's before he's going to be able to speed up some. Oh, and Dragon Form's just going to wear out. I don't think he'll be able to get into position to Dragon Tail here.
No, he's got a lot of movement speed, but we are going to see maybe a stun from Enigma. He could turn... Yeah.
Oh,
the full stuff! Oh, that was so close. And
Angel should have force-staffed himself and then tried to Shackle Shot. Like, because the Malefice on the DK, he was going to get stunned again before he could stun. He should have just Shackle Shot or force-staffed himself and tried to get a decent Shackle Shot off. But anyways, like, they're going to back up. And they actually held, though. SK Gaming, good job holding off mid there.
I mean, it's one of those it's one of those funny things when I know our team thinks, I sort of discussed a bit, it's like we see the other team going for a push strat and we'll actually consider picking Pudge. I mean, how do you beat push strats? We would actually think Pudge as a reliable counter to a push strat because you just pick them off. They're coming at you as 5 heroes. If you hook one, you're suddenly in a 5v4 situation and they struggle to push. So, I mean, SK Gaming showing how you can beat a push strat with a Pudge. That hook won them that fight. The only reason they held there was because of that hook.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, that Pudge is so strong. Like, we use it some in our games, and you just see, like, how good he is changing team fights. And we're going to see a big initiation go down here. Roster wards do get dropped. The Enigma getting focused down here by the TK. Yes, he is going to go down before he can get off Black Hole or a stun. Now it looks like they're changing focus onto the Shadow Shaman here. The DK trying to pick off the Shadow Shaman. One more attack right now. The Shadow Shaman will go down to that Urn charge here.
Yeah. And Link, though, in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have the BKB anymore. The Shadow Blade was on cooldown and gets taken out. ES, big ultimate. Tide, CM, both in trouble, but Tide going to survive this. He's got the hood. He's lived on 100 HP. It's Night Stalker in the middle of the fight. And Night Stalker will just back on out. Crystal Maiden actually goes back in. Oh, Crystal Maiden.
Oh, good hook.
Miguel.
Wow.
Miguel.
Pudge,
MVP.
Bro, changing games, dude.
It's just one of those, such a swingy hero. I mean, can decide games just with one hook. That's why I said this game will come down to one big team fight, and a big team fight can be decided by one big Pudge hook. And Miguel just playing so well, hitting some amazing hooks here.
Yeah, exactly. As it's been, like, as someone stated, like the BKBs now are starting to lower in duration for the Dire side. They're starting to get down to the 6 and 7 second BKBs. You see the pipe popped here, and then the Ravage coming in, so it doesn't do all that much damage. Force staff out the ES, and now here comes a big Black Hole. Black Hole catching 2 heroes, catching Angel and Rise right now. They're going to try to get out the Crystal Maiden ultimate on top of it. The Windrunner's going to go down. The Night Stalker's going to go down to the Pudge there. And now it looks like SK Gamer's going to try to get out. The Rise is going to send him back. Is he going to try to Fountain Hook? Oh, I thought he was going to throw a hook and try to Fountain Hook there.
And Rise needs to escape. They've just pinged him. They know where he's going. Can they cut him off, though? Enigma blinks on over. I think they spotted him now. And Tide will be looking for that cutoff as Rise, no TP. He's pretty, he's gone.
he's in some serious trouble. I would have liked to see him try to spin some of that gold, man. He had 1,800 gold. He just lost like 430. Like, while you were kind of running, like, I don't know. Like, it just kind of sucks losing out so much gold on like a hero like Chen.
Yeah. I mean, you're in a rush. When you have that much gold, it's like, well, you can't really use it all up right before you die.
Right. Either way, you're gonna lose some.
The gold that a Chen needs. He could maybe you can't. I mean, if it was going for an Ag Scepter, it's not like you can even buy like a
point booster, right?
You still have 800 gold, and you still lose a big chunk of gold. It's not going to make any difference.
Absolutely.
We do see. Courier's going to. No, Courier's not actually buying anything from that secret shop. Yes, with the point booster, we're looking at Chen with just a point booster. Chen actually going to buy back with his gold, so maybe that's why he didn't buy anything. And Windrunner going for that sheepstick. Windrunner on SK with this Scythe of Vice in just 500 gold, so that's going to come into play as well. DK with a plate mail looks to be going for an assault crest here, and Pudge has a pipe, and phase boots, and a chainmail. I assume go for maybe a blade mail here.
We're actually going to see a pause go down. Nice. That's frustrating because I was hoping this game was getting close to being over. I've had to use the bathroom for about the past 20 minutes. It's like, yeah. That's the worst.
So you could just put it on. You could just put it on directed mode and go AFK.
You can't do that in the broadcaster spot.
Yeah. Well, you can only do it in Dota TV. So.
Yeah, you can only do it with the delay, man. So depressing. We're actually going to see SK Gaming kind of approach the middle lane here. I'm not sure if they want a team fight. Maybe they want to see if they can pick one off with the Pudge and then push afterwards.
They know that Pudge is getting very tanky, hard to kill. He can just lead the charge with the DK. Those two heroes in front, it's, 2k HP on DK, Pudge with 2.4, they're hard to kill. BKB, DK as well. So, the Dire team have a tough ask. They haven't got their ultimates. No Black Hole, no Tide Ravage. Ravage is up in 10 seconds. Black Hole about 50 seconds though. So they really want to fight. Oh. He manages to escape though, but Link goes flying in. The Midnight Pulse is down. BKB on DK, but DK taking a lot of damage from the tower and physical damage. And Night Stalker popping his BKB will not take too much damage, and there's the Ravage. DK goes down. Night Stalker on the hunt.
Yeah, I think Link didn't get nearly the farm rate really that the DK needed for this game. But you see Miguel just being so tanky. They're actually Ryze is going to send him back here. Fail Fountain Hook there. Oh, it would have been so close to getting off a good Fountain Hook. But instead, the Night Stalker is going to pick off the Chen. Chen not able to TP back. Now they're going to try to chase down Angel here with a Blink Dagger and a Force Staff both coming up. Yeah, here it comes. Now they're going to go ahead, use the conversions. Now they're going to stun. Angel's going to go down here. And I think Next.KZ is going to continue to push forward.
Yeah, this is one of those big fights where they can get racks off one big fight, but SK Gaming are on the ball. They have buyback gold. They were not going to be so aggressive and push like that if they didn't have buyback gold, so really smart play from them. Nice shackle shot and a hook to follow. That was a stunned hero, but there was a lot of creeps around. That was a really nice hook, even on a stunned hero.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's looking so good. We do see the Black Hole up here on the Enigma.
Is he going to go for it? He's BKB'd. He's going to try pop it after this. Can he use it? Yes, he does. Pudge caught in the middle. Will get Force Stuff out, though, and Enigma needs to get out. He's in danger. Night Stalker, now daytime.
Wow,
30 seconds
SK Gaming holding again.
Yeah, they're all alive. Oh, wow. Miguel. Windrunner needs to get out. He's in ES. Blink. Fissure. Is it going to come? BKB is actually popped by Night Stalker to stop that fissure, but it's daytime. He's got the phase boots, but can he hit the shackle shot? He's just going to use it just for the mini stun. And Shadow Shaman blink. What? Shadow Shaman blinks into the middle and pops a BKB. Bit of a distraction there.
I'm not sure how that's going to work out, though.
No, Shadow Shaman actually distracted the rest of the SK team by blinking into the middle of them. As we do see, he's not going to... I think that Shadow Shaman saved the Night Stalker there with that distraction. I'm not sure if you noticed, but he blinked into 3 heroes, who then focused him, but he just popped the BKB and TP.
Yeah, the problem is his BKB is going to be down now, though.
Yeah. Blink in, BKB, and then TP. But it's a short cooldown on BKB, because it is the 5-second BKB, so it's not a long cooldown. But SK Gaming, they want to take out this Rax. DK with the level 3 ulti form, it does some serious damage, and that is going to be hard for Next.KZ to engage on, although they do have the Tide Ravage in just 3 seconds. NS ulti 2. This game is so back and forth. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now.
He's going to be able to get a Ravage off here. He wants to use Ravage so bad. Yes, he does get a Ravage off. They are going to focus down this DK. Blown up.
And it's still nighttime, which is just bad news for SK. Ryze is going to get found here once again. No TP on Ryze. He is gone for sure. And the Tide Gush will seal his fate as Next.KZ will want to push or take out Roshan here. Roshan is up, but SK Gaming don't have buybacks here, I feel. DK, 1k gold. Chen, 200 gold. They don't have their buybacks, but they're just going to use this opportunity to take out Roshan because this time there's a cheese in there as well.
Yeah, this third one's all that important because you do get the Aegis and the cheese. So they're probably going to give that to what, the Night Stalker and the Rasta maybe? Or the Night Stalker and the Enigma to try to make sure we get that black hole off. I think it's going to be something like that. Let's see. Actually, the Night Stalker's not going to have any room for it, dude.
What's he got now? He could sell his urn. I mean, I think at this stage of the game, the urn is not really that necessary. It's gone to the point where... But at the same time, he could actually... If he makes the Assault Caress, he has room for it anyways. Yeah, he's going to drop that plate mail and make the Assault Caress. He just needs 20 gold and he has enough gold for the Assault Caress. But this game is just so back and forth. I can't pick who's going to win it. I mean, every team fight just goes back and forth. They're trading kills. They're constantly buying back whenever they're about to lose. I think one team's about to lose racks and there's buybacks and they counter push and then suddenly I'm second guessing myself who's actually going to take the first racks, who's actually going to win this game.
Yeah, I think one of the big differences going to be you're going to have a 7-second BKB coming in on the Dragon Knight next time. All the BKBs on the Dire have come down to 5-second BKBs. So now the durations of those BKBs being at their shortest, I don't know. I think it's slowly drifting in the favor of the Radiant side, but at the same time, it's going to be like kind of like the DK against the Night Stalker, in which the DK got a Lothar's.
This DK is so squishy. Even when he pops his BK, like I think that last push or like the second last push, when they pushed, DK went in first. He popped the BKB, but he still took about half his HP. He lost half his HP while BKB'd from the tower, just from the Eidolons, from right-click damage. DK lost half his HP. Like, he's actually not that tanky, even in BKB form, with just 2k HP. He needs something like a heart, maybe an Assault Crest, but he's still squishy.
Both teams were actually smoked up there.
Mid lane, Night Stalker in front. Ryze is going to get picked off here, and without those Chen heals, this is going to be very hard to defend. They need that mech, they need that Chen ultimate. And Shadow Shaman popping the BKB, finds Miguel. Does Miguel a buyback? No, he doesn't. Mania doing all he can. There's the black hole, and this could be GG right here. This is that one big fight where the black hole, the Ravage, everything going Next.KZ's favor. 3 heroes are down, just DK, Windrunner alive, and the entire Next.KZ team, they're going to go on. They're just going to go for the throne here, I feel.
Yeah, they're going to drop Rasta wards at the towers here.
They may just go for another set of racks, but yeah, they actually put it in an unusual Rasta ward placement, but it does what it does, and DK getting blinked on, disabled, will go down.
Nice.
Won't have buyback. Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand that. It just didn't make sense in this game, is all I'm saying.
Just the way you said that. Nice Lothar. So bad, Madden Chubb. So bad, Madden. I agree.
That's a good game, though. But
that's Next.KZ, 2-0 in their group. GG's called.
Wow.
I mean, are they going to get this throne? They better get this throne, though, if they've called GG.
Yeah, don't be him, bro. Don't be him. You better get that. Yeah, it's going to go down. Wow.
That is an awesome game.
Wow. I'm going to let it run through the scoreboard and close out this VOD here.
Oh, that was impressive from Next.KZ, and man, I mean, I don't want to... You were saying... You said I told you so. Well, this is my big I told you so. Next.KZ, dominating, man. I mean, who called that? I told you, Next.KZ can fight with the best of Europe, and I actually think they're probably the most underrated team in Europe at the moment. They can beat these top teams, as you just saw. They beat